How's it going, everybody? This is a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder. Doing a transmission, oil change, filter change. There's a filter you gotta change. It's a little cup that goes there. That's what it looks like. Make sure you have everything cleaned. When you buy this right here, make sure you also buy, where is it at? Make sure you also buy, let me fix this a little bit. There you go. I need one of these right here. That's the gasket. It's got a rubber seal for this bracket. That goes, hit the wrong button. That goes on there. So I got all fluid dripping everywhere. That goes here. It goes in there. So this is a new style. I'm gonna say this is like another screen filter, but they got a different name for it. So to make this work, you know, the old one looks like this. It's a 3-bolt. New one is a 2-bolt. But this new one, 2-bolt, I had a problem with it fitting exactly how I needed in there. And what happened, I'll try to zoom in and turn on the flashlight. Maybe that's too much. Give me a second, guys. That's better. You see that bolt right there underneath in there? It was hitting the pan, so I had to get a round hammer, hit this filter inside, so you have enough clearance for the nut of that bolt. And you see it right there. So you gotta have enough clearance for that to get this right here level to be able to fit in there. If not, it's gonna be sideways and everything else. Another thing I did when I ordered the kit, you see this right here, came with a new type of clip. I just took off the old one, put the new one, and I put 2 tie straps on it because it had one, and I put this back exactly where it was at. See? And that's about it. I'll show you some more pictures at our video. I'm gonna pause it for a little bit. The other thing, this is what your old one looks like. Black as hell. And the reason, I'll show y'all right now, the reason why you change these, because you take it to the dealer and they're not going to change it unless you tell them. Well, you see in there, that screen, it's full of crap. Stop moving me, Fatima. It's full of crap, you know. And this gets clogged up to the point where you see all that stuff in there, where it doesn't suck right through there, you know. And this is what sucks the oil from the pan back to your transmission, and you don't want that to happen. And this is actually the second time I've changed the fluid in this Nissan Pathfinder. And let me show you what the oil pan looks like. See? Okay. Look at these magnets. Look. That's how much crap comes off your transmission. And this is the second time I cleaned it. Look at that. And this is CVT. I'm just showing you what it feels like. Is a lot of metal in there. Real fine. And it's only been a year, maybe less, that I've changed the fluid. And you can see how bad it is. So it's so important to change this fluid. I would say at least every 50,000 miles easily. You're looking at about $250 to do all this right. It's like $180 for the fluid, the gasket, and new bolts. Then buying those other two filters that I showed you earlier, you're looking at about $250 in that range to do it right. You don't want to take any chances. These transmissions are so sensitive. Everything I've seen on YouTube and everything else, they all talk about the same thing. And you can see I got nothing special, you know, to do this type of job. To put fluid in here, let me show you real quick. See it right there where I got it at? You're going to take off this piece with a screwdriver. You put the screwdriver behind there and it pops it off. And when you want to use something like this, something small, let's show you. This is what I bought off of eBay. It's a whole kit. And this came with everything except for that little round internal filter that went on the side. So show you that real quick so you have an idea. And it's good to have all this. So I'm gonna pause it for a little bit and clean the transmission pan with some fluid, degreaser, stuff like that. Clean it real good, look nice, and I'll get back to you in a minute. So I got that filter with the ring and bolted up. Getting ready to do this oil pan. I just cleaned it. Got the magnets here all cleaned up. I believe it went here. And you still see some of that metal shavings. I gotta still probably blow it out. I'm getting ready to put this oil pan back on here in a minute. As soon as I get this little section blown off. And I think that's where I'm at right now with this. I'm gonna finish tightening up that cap, and I'm going to see if I have any of those little magnets I want to put on here so it has more to stick on. So I put these strong magnets right in front of those other ones. They help catch all the material in there too. And you can buy these off of eBay. They're like M34s or something. I think they're called M34s. Just real strong magnets. So I'm getting ready to put this back on. So make sure you got your gasket lined up right. So I got the oil pan back on. Tighten that up. Now I got this sensor that I took off first so I could be able to get to this bolts easier through the back side here, right? So it's got a rubber bushing. So if that rubber bushing just comes out, just push it back in. No big deal. And Put your sensor back in there, and just like that. Go. I recommend hand tighten all these small bolts first so you don't misthread them or anything like that. So, you know, these are 10s, 10 millimeter socket. You're gonna need a 14 and a 19, and that's it. So I'm gonna start putting the fluid in there now and go from there. So this is the fluid I'm using right here, NS-3, and I recommend using the factory transmission fluid. And this is the color it comes out. So it says it takes 10 quarts. I'll put all 10 quarts in there, run the transmission in sequence, and let it run. I would get the gear in park, drive, neutral, all the way back, all the way forward. That way the fluid goes all through the system. After you do that and let it run for a little bit, then you check the fluid. And I'll show you in a little bit how do you go about doing that. So let me hurry up and put these fluids in there real quick so I can show you the rest of it. Here we go. Let's just show you how dirty that was. That is dirty. Throw that away. The old one looks like. What?
I want to work outside.
Go work on something then.
Why?
I am busy. What do you want to tell everybody on YouTube?
Subscribe. Put the pot button and subscribe.
Yeah, what up?
And press the on the that thing.
The subscribe button?
Nope. I can tell you guys. You have to press it.
All right. So,
Like.
put 9 quarts in there. I'm going to turn it on and go through all the gears, or drive, neutral, reverse, and everything else. Then I'm going to check the plug, see how the fluid's coming out. If it ain't coming out right, then I'll add the other one, the last 10th one. Crank up the car. Let it run for a minute. Make sure you have your foot on the brake. Put it in reverse, neutral, drive, and your low gear. Just want to go through all of them so fluids get in each one of these solenoid areas. Good. I just like doing this 2 or 3 times. Leave it running. Now we check the fluids.
Dad, nothing's leaking.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing's leaking in the bottom.
Okay, good.
Nothing new.
Alright, so
A little bit.
gotta go down here and check the fluids. Fluids.